Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay, so unlike my usual practice of just having the money here and then counting it, I decided to tray it up today, and then I will just go ahead and count it like this from here. You'll have to let me know if you guys have a preference or not, or if you're completely apathetic to it, that's fine too. Let's go ahead and give this a count. We should have $558 to stuff today. So we've got 1, 200, 250, 300, whoops, 320, 40, 60, 370, 80, 90, 400, 410, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 500, 505, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, and 58. So $558. So first up, we're gonna dip into my wallet. I have my my grocery roll over here. We have a little bit less than usual because we decided to buy steaks last week. So we did, and they were delicious. Also, I'm going to be taking my receipts and scanning them into Fetch and Receipt Hog. If you've not heard about those apps, they are apps where you can take pictures of your paper receipts from purchases, and depending on the app, you get points or coins, and those add up to be redeemed for either cashback or gift cards, again, depending on the app. I always link all of my cashback and rewards apps below so that y'all can take advantage of them, because those little bits of things do add up, and it's like you're going to make the purchases anyway. You may as well take advantage of every opportunity to get a percentage off or to get cash back. Then I have ones for my $1 savings challenge that I'll put aside here as well. And then my change for my coin jar. And guys, this is how little shame I have. During spring break, when we had our kids at this little like kid zone place, I found a nickel on the ground and picked it up, because when you're a cash stuffer, cash budgeter, coin saver, you pick up the nickel. All right, so I don't know how well you can see that. We've covered the bottom-ish. Good stuff. All right, so first up, we are going to stuff our high priority sinking funds. And groceries is up first. We always give it $3.25. So 1, 2, 53, 20, and 5. And we're gonna combine that with our rollover from last week, which was just 5s and 1s. That actually makes the organization so much easier. So in grocery, we now have 1, 2, 53, 25, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So $3.44 in groceries. Oops. Taxes is being skipped this week, which you know I'm celebrating. Medical is getting 15. So that's a 10 and a 5. And medical now has 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 86. So 186 in medical. Car expenses is next up, and it's getting $10. And my husband actually just pulled from this for an oil change. So it now has $50, $70, $80, $90, $110. But the nice thing about putting money aside is that you have it for things like that. Home maintenance is next up, and it's getting $10. So home maintenance now has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 105, 10, and 15. 115 in home maintenance. Is there an envelope that needs a cash condensing more than this one? I doubt it. That one will be coming up. I think after my next cash stuffing, I will do a cash condensing or bill condensing so that we can thin out some of these envelopes. Household is next up, and it is getting $15. And just did that. Now household has 10, 20, 35, 45, 46, and 47 in household. Oops. Toiletries is going to be getting 10. And toiletries now has 20, 40, 50, 65, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 81. 81 in toiletries. I had actually stocked up. The most expensive toiletries we buy are my skincare products, and I'm super picky about my skincare. I like it to be clean and free of toxins and chemicals and stuff, because your skin is a sponge and it absorbs whatever you put on it. So make sure you put good things on it, ladies and gents. Ladies and gents, care about your skincare. Anyway, it's the most pricey stuff we purchased, but I had actually stocked up on a bunch of things before we started cash stuffing, so I won't need to be dipping into this for a little bit longer, but I still like having it there because my skincare is a little on the pricier side. So next up is clothes, and it's getting $10 this week. And it now has 50, 60, 70, 85, 90, 1, 2, and 3. So 93 in clothes. I'm hoping we can get away with a lot of what my kids wore for last summer this year, because I do buy clothes a little big for them because they always grow throughout the season anyway. And I'm hoping that that ends up working out in my favor this year. So we'll see. Finance Coach only gets stuffed once a month because it's just $5 a month. So that one is not being stuffed, and HOA is not being stuffed this week either. Neither is Emergency Fund. Emergency Fund is fully funded at this point. My husband and I are following the Dave Ramsey baby steps, just in case you're new here. And the first baby step is saving up a $1,000 emergency fund. So we have that. And then the next step is paying off your debt. So we are in the middle of that right now. If you have not seen my debt confession, I will link it in this video right now. Oops. There we go. And then next up, we have our low priority sinking funds. And the first of which is Dine Out, and that is getting $20 this week. And it now has 20, 35, 36. I want so desperately to take this $1 out of here and add it to my dollar savings challenge. I think I'm gonna. I've just done it. So now we have 35 in eating out. We won't even miss that $1. Okay. Next up is work meals, and it's getting $5 this week. And I am not going to steal these ones from my husband because they add up. $5, $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15 now in work meals. I will explain the $1 savings challenge a little bit later, just in case you guys are new. Haircuts is next up and getting $10. So it now has 20, 30, 5, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 45 in haircuts. Home is next up and it is getting $5. Still have not purchased any candles or coffee mugs, and now I'm thinking I might save up. I want to revamp some of the organization items that we have in our house, and my kitchen sink. Underneath of my kitchen sink is my like first go at it, and so I think I might combine this with household and maybe some like cash back that I get from some of the apps that I use and buy some kitchen organization stuff for under my sink. We'll see. Anyway, 10, 25, 26, and 27. Wait, that's not right. 10, 25, 30, 1, and 2. Counting is hard, and I do it for YouTube, for all of you. You're so welcome. You get to watch me fail at math on a weekly basis. This must make you feel good about yourself. Dates is next up, and it's getting $5. And we have 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 66, and 67. And we're bulking this guy up because the first credit card we pay off, my husband and I are going out on a date, not accruing more debt. So we're saving up for it. His is my husband's spending money, and he is getting $10. Whoops. And he has 50, 100, 20, 30, 40, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 164 in his. And he, I do have an explanation for all of my, for my binders and all of my envelopes and what they fund in our household. His envelope only has this much money in it because this is a combination of us funding it, but also Christmas gifts that he is a saver, this man. So it'll be a while before you see any money leave this envelope. Hers, on the other hand, you'll see money leave all the time because I am a spender. I'm getting 28 this week because I actually sold something from my closet. So that is money that I keep for myself to spend on something else pretty. Okay, I now have 100, 200, 20, 40, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51, and 2. So 252 in my spending envelope. Pretty Hair is for my haircut, and it's getting $8 this week. And it now has 55, 65, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 81, and 2. So 82 for my haircut, which is in like, it's either next week or the week after. Lash Lift is getting 14. Whoops. This is the pricier of the treatments that I get, but I do my own nails, so I figure it all comes out in the wash, right? Lash Lift is sitting at 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is fully funded for my next lash lift, which is actually sometime this week. So there we go. Family Fun is being skipped this week, but we'll give her a count: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's because we actually spent a little bit of money from here to do some fun things for my kids' spring break. So nice for them and nice for us. We had a really great time together. Oops. My cash trackers. There we go. All right. Miscellaneous is also being skipped. Let's see. We've got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and miscellaneous. This as you can imagine, funds any old odd expense that doesn't really have a category and doesn't come up very often. Otherwise, it would have its own funding envelope plan. YouTube is fully funded for now, and House Project and Garden are being skipped for the foreseeable future, but we do have plans for that in the not so distant future. Last up are our holiday sinking funds. And first up is gifts, and it's getting 15, and it's still so full because I still have not mailed out my cousin's wedding present to her. So it's coming. But at least now we have the money here ready and waiting for us for her gift and others after hers. So in gifts, we now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 20, 30, 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, and 3. So 163 in gifts. Oops. Next up is Partay. And this funds any parties we host or just like little events with friends. But most importantly, upcoming is my husband's 40th birthday. And so that's why we're bulking this one up a little bit right now to prep for that. So it got $10 and it now has 150, 60, 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, and 98. So 198 in Partay. Oops. All right. Valentine's Day is being skipped this week, but we'll give her a count: 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So we had $7 from rollover from this last Valentine's Day, and then we've given it 10 since then. So this stuff really does add up. If y'all have not jumped on the bandwagon of getting your financial life in order, I highly, highly recommend it. And putting money aside for expenses that you know are going to come up in your life is actually incredibly freeing. You are limiting what your dollars can do on a month-to-month basis, but you are actually expanding what your dollars can do in your life. So get to it, guys. It really is worth it, I promise. Easter has actually been it was already fully funded, but then I spent from it already for this Easter. So all of my kids' Easter goodies have been purchased, and what remained in the envelope is $21. Vacation is not being funded this week, but we're gonna give her a count for funsies. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 54, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 5, 5, 5, 5, 505, 510, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 517 in vacation. And we're almost to our halfway funding point for that one. So that's exciting. Back to school is getting $5. And settle down, Abe. All right, back to school now has 20, 35, 45. So $45 in back to school. Halloween is next up, and it is getting $13. And it's actually almost fully funded for this Halloween. I think I've explained this before, but because I was so worried about not having enough money for certain holidays as they came along in our earlier funding plans, when we first started cash stuffing, I allotted more money toward holidays that I was worried about not having money for. And then we ended up having enough to kind of throw toward Halloween and things like that. So that's why Halloween is so stuffed. But it's fine by me. The sooner we reach our goal, then this one doesn't need to be funded until Halloween comes back around again, and then we free up some of that cash in our budget for other things. So it works out. So Halloween now has 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 135 in Halloween. This will fund our kids' costumes as well as candy to pass out to the neighborhood kids. Thanksgiving is actually the last thing getting funded for the day, and it's getting the last 15 that we have here. And it now has 20, 30, 45, 55, 60. 60 in Thanksgiving. Good stuff. Okay, Christmas is not being funded, but we're gonna give her a count. And Christmas now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 550, 70, 90, 600, 605, 610. $610 sitting in Christmas. The zoo has already been funded for the month. It's getting $16 a month until we renew our zoo membership next February. All right, last up is our dollar savings challenge. So I've already mentioned to you that we are on step number 2 of the Dave Ramsey baby steps, which I'll link below for you guys to check out. And step number 1 was setting up the $1,000 emergency fund. And step number 2 is paying down your debt. Because of the fact that my husband and I have so much debt that we're paying off, all of our extra money that we make every single month, whether it's just spare in our budget or I happen to work an extra shift or two and get some overpay, that money goes toward our debt. And so we're not really doing any savings challenges. But what I've been doing so far is from every cash transaction we have, if I have a $1 bill left in that returned to me as change, I have been squirreling those away and saving them in this envelope. So we're gonna eventually count them when this envelope gets so stuffed that I can't really stuff it anymore. Then I'll pull it out, count it, and then decide what sinking fund to add it to. But it's just like a fun little game to play to see if you can do without a dollar here or a dollar there. And so I'm not counting this, but we are adding 4, because I stole that $1 from eating out or dine out. So we're adding 4 to the envelope this week. And there are lots of other cash stuffers who do all kinds of fun savings challenges. And, you know, we might get to that point at some point, but we do have some pretty aggressive financial goals. And so the dollar challenge is something that we can participate in, that we have fun with, but doesn't take too much away from things that we're trying to accomplish. So anyways, that being said, we are all done with this week's cash stuffing. And again, thank you guys so much for just being here and supporting my channel. Y'all are wonderful. And it's just so fun to be part of this community and know that there are people here, you know, rooting us on paying down our debt. And we are doing the same thing for you guys too. So we look forward to this time. I look forward to this time, hanging out with you guys, answering your comments, and it's just great. So thank you. Thank you for being here. That's going to be it for this week's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.